Alright, so it's Tuesday, dropped off Ivy, got a workout in, and now we're about to work some dogs, so we're going to work some equipment shedding / like fend off stuff with the sleeve down at the paddock. It's called a paddock, right?
Yeah.
Oh, paddock. Alright, first dog up, we have Zando. So Zando's coming in, he's never done this before really, so it's all brand new to him. So he hits the sleeve, comes after me, drops the sleeve, finally engages with me. We did this a few other times too. These are just some of the clips because honestly I don't think you guys want to be on here for about an hour watching me work dogs. So we did this a few times. We finally got him to disengage from the sleeve. Remember, Zando's a PH2 KMPV dog. He's a little older. They don't do this in the sport that he competed in. So this is all brand new to him, and like I said, we've done this a few times throughout the few years we've had him. But needless to say, he did great. Here's another angle coming up. This is one I put a little tripod up in the corral, and this is the same bite. So you can see him take the sleeve, comes up to me, and then finally pops it out and gets me. Overall, I think Zando did great. You know, you can't ask more of this dog. This morning, while I was running my half a marathon, he was running next to me on the treadmill too. So he got tons of work in, and we did about 5 reps here. But did a great job overall, so I'm really happy with him. And yeah, he's got to keep that work, because if we don't work him a lot, then yeah, he will he will go crazy. But he's a workhorse, so good job, Zando. All right, up next we have our board and train Guapo. Guapo is a personal protection dog. Again, he hasn't really seen this scenario either before. He's a board and train that we work with on a about monthly or bi-monthly basis. The first one, he comes in, ditches the sleeve right away. We worked on that. Again, we're just showing you guys kind of the highlight reel aspect of it, because this video would be really long. So ditches the sleeve, gets me on my left bicep. This one, he ditches the sleeve, catches me on my right bicep. I make sure that he can hit both arms and doesn't favor either one. But we get to work here, you know, just trying to make him feel comfortable on the bite. Again, he does have some issues when it comes to being comfortable on the bite for prolonged periods of time, but we're working it out with him, and he's doing pretty good. So there's Guapo. All right, next dog in, or coming, who I'm working with right now, is none other than, you know, the a-hole himself, Ozzy. He's walking down the hill to him. Right now, you know, he did the fend off, and he's obviously smashed it in. You'll see in the other video, it's to him, this isn't equipment shedding, because he doesn't really go for equipment per se. We did, I think, 6 sends, and we ended up with a 7 or 8 minute fight at the end. And Ozzy doesn't really care. This is all just like maintenance reps. You can see he's crushing my leg. No matter what I do, grab his arms, flank him, lift him up, grab his tail. It doesn't matter. This dog will stay where he needs to stay. His predominant target is up high, but he has no problem going low if the top is blocked off. And you'll see that here with this send. So as it come around, this is actually the same one that you guys just saw, but from a different angle. So you see he totally just misses. He doesn't even care about the sleeve here. So he just kind of crushes into my leg, and we continue to work. But right now, you know, with Ozzy, he's, you know, getting a little older. He has tons of reps in, and, you know, we do tons of conditioning fights. Like tomorrow, we'll be doing 10-minute fights, all the dogs, 10 minutes plus. I'm trying to push him a little bit harder tomorrow, just because I just want to see what we can get out of him, and I'm always interested in progressing our dog's physical abilities. Ozzy has been on bites with me for, you know, about 20 minutes. And the reason why we do a lot of the long fights is we want to make sure that, you know, they can do it even if if they need to. So right here too, I try to dip the sleeve in him a little bit, so I try to block off the leg. And Ozzy, he didn't really bite the sleeve. He kind of went for my lower part of my forearm, and then once I slipped the sleeve out, I was able to kind of move, so he didn't get a lock on the bite, and then he just crushed me. Now we have his sister. His sister Lucy comes in, and she does really, really well. You know, she does the same thing her brother does. Doesn't even care about the sleeve. Just goes straight to my legs and starts crushing away. And she's, you know, doing an amazing job, as you can see right there. Just every time I put pressure on, she counters her way through it and continues to bring, you know, that jaw pressure. Her being a smaller dog, or smaller than Ozzy, she still packs a punch, and this is all fun for her too. So with me, this is all like a big game. So she outs cleanly, gets back to Erin, and is ready for her next send. So let's check this one out here. So coming in, Lucy, again, just completely just smashes the shin, doesn't care about the sleeve, and gets to work here. A couple things to kind of notice is Lucy's really pushing in from the back legs. Every time I put pressure down, she just is countering in deeper, which is really cool to see. You know, Lucy gets tons of reps in with me, and you know, some of my decoys when they come in here for pro camps or when I'm doing workshops. She's a very clean dog, and recalls, you know, greatly. So another clean out a recall to Erin. And then she brought out this big asshole. So we have Big Felix. I'm just kidding, he's not really an a-hole. He just bites ridiculously hard, like smashes everything. So with him, you know, he comes in, again, doesn't care about the sleeve, doesn't care about, you know, me trying to block him off from it. He just comes in and just smashes. Felix is just, I think he's about to be 2 or is 2, but a giant dog nonetheless, 100 plus pounds. Bites out of fun, like he thoroughly enjoys it. So even when I put pressure on him, he knows how to use his weight and he just crushes in. But very clean dog, very fun dog. He just hurts a lot. And then we have this one here. So the first one he caught a swing leg. This one he's going to catch the post leg, which is my left leg. He does a great job. He punches in, doesn't care about the sleeve as well. And we get to work here. So let's watch him work. So I'm grabbing the tail. I also go in for like grabbing the paws. I'll put my hand under his neck. I try to get under his body as well. I try to provide him with as much pressure as I possibly can, safe pressure, just to kind of test him. And we do fight for a bit too. So again, guys, remember all these fights that you're seeing with the dogs, this is just a small snippet of the actual work that we do with the dogs. We just don't, you know, kind of film all of them. This is just for the purpose of the blog. So we get a nice out, and then we get him onto the right leg, which was really fun considering I was super tired. And again, not to overhype this, but Felix does bite extremely hard, and yeah, that hurt. So working him again, just kind of getting him balanced onto the right leg as well. So ideally we'll get him center mass. But yeah, that's it for those guys. All right, just finished with the adult dogs. They all did really good. You can see like the dogs that we've trained from the beginning, they didn't really care about the sleeve. It was more about getting to me, whereas other dogs, you know, were more onto the sleeve and then had to work to get to me after that. But that's just what we train since all of our dogs are puppies. They know to get the man, essentially. So I'm still wearing a suit. But we also train this with muzzles and stuff too. But on to the rest of the day. Had a phone call, Instagram Live for Canine Street League, and then puppies, Arcane, and yeah, on to the rest of the day. All right, so we just wrapped up a phone call and Canine SL Live with Katie and Bob. Time to get the puppies out, do some obedience, and then some bite work. And yeah, here we go. On to the puppies. So we started off with Ben. Ben has a really nice little lure with the focus tail, or as we're building for the focus tail. I'm not really going to expect too much of it from him right now, just being as young as he is. Him and his brother are both 6 months old, but he has a nice little feet to it. So right now it's just luring, keeping him moving, making sure he's motivated to move. The thing I do with the puppies is, you know, I'm not necessarily trying to have long, drawn-out sessions. I want to capitalize on their energy. They are very big pups. So yeah, that's Ven. Here's Toa. Toa's training is a little more advanced just because he's been purchased already, and we know what his handler wants from him. So right here, we're working on his front position. I like to use chairs, you know, this stand or this box from Akina Canine to get him in between my legs, because I want him as close to me as possible. Just as you see in some high-level obedience, when people recall their dogs, that's the front position. But it's also conditioned for the guard in bite work as well. That's how, or at least that's how I condition it for him. So the dogs get used to that spatial pressure being right in front. So, you know, I'll do his direct rewards for being right in front where he has higher quantity in treats, and I'll do his indirect with the lower quantity treats when he gets back to me. And then we go into some luring into the foundation work for his focus tail. Again, I just like to keep them moving. You know, that's why I do a lot of spins, just kind of keep them hyperactive into it, and always chasing that lure. So what it does is it works on their body mechanics as well. So if they're moving a lot, you know, they're going to constantly just want to keep moving and engaging, and they learn how to maneuver their body as well, so left and right. So that was a pretty cool one for Toa. And then again here, we moved it to the left, and then we go back into the right, into the center position. Then he offers a spin too, which I thought was really cool. So he did great, so did Fend. And then we go on to their bite work. And then here we have Ven on a bicep bite, or low bicep bite, but it's my fault because of this sleeve doesn't have a handle and I can't pull it all the way up here. But doesn't travel, stays committed to the bite the whole entire time. He's actually trying to possess it. If you see his right arm is wrapped around the sleeve. And then here goes Toa. We're working on him learning how to pressure release. So anytime I shake the can, he counters, digs in. And yeah, he does really good here. Just keeps pushing. I should have worn an apron or at least some scratch pants, because he straight up murdered my left side with his freaking claws, even with them being shaved and everything. But yeah, Toa and Ven both did awesome. And yeah, here he goes, just working away, doing really good there. So counter, get him nice and comfortable. And now he's done. We didn't get a video of this, but we worked possession with the dogs right after everything. But they both did awesome. All right, guys, so that is a wrap for vlog number 9. Got some things in store for you guys street league wise, as well as a whole bunch of other stuff too.